Hey guys, what's good? My name is Anthony Sceam, and today I'm going to be producing a modern tech house drop. This is the sound that I'm having the most fun making right now, and the sound that I'm really pushing myself as an artist. And I want to take you guys along with me and show you guys my approach to how I build out these drops and my approach to making this style of music. Today, I'm going to be using the sample and preset pack Tech House Elements from Orion Shea and myself's newest project, Avant Samples. The pack really has all the tools that I'll need for today's video, and it has everything that I look for when writing a track of this genre. So everything that you guys hear in today's video will be available for you to use if you just head over to the link in the description below. So without further ado, let's hop right into it. Okay, so here we are in a fresh FL Studio file. I'm going to go ahead and set the BPM to 125. There we go. Let's go ahead and start with a kick. Like that one, nice and punchy. Let's drag that in here. 16 bar drop, but we'll just start writing with the first 4 bars. I like to get a good loop going before I expand it into a full drop. So I'm just going to start working with this 4 bar loop and then go from there. So now I need a clap. So let's go ahead and go into the claps here and find one. I like that one. That's snappy. So that kick here, do a little bit of EQing to it. I want to bring just some of that high clickiness to the kick away, some of that punch away, and just have it be kind of that low end. I just want that sub bass coming through, that sub of the kick more than that clicky top kick sound. I really want this clap to hit. Let's get a hat in here. This is good. But like I said, I want to layer that hat with something else, so I feel like I heard something cool here. Yeah, see, I like the hit on that. I like that kind of top hit on that. It's just going to add a little bit extra punch to that hat and really make it shine through. I like that, but I want to build the bass line out a little bit more before I really mold those drums anymore. Let's go ahead and pick a bass sound. Once again, going to be using the presets from Avant. Let's go ahead and start going through them. Okay, I like that. That's kind of the vibe I want to go for on this one. I want to go with something that is a bit more of a long, drawn-out bass instead of like the groovy, plucky basses. This one I'm going to take kind of more of like a Dom Dalla approach to it and really have that kind of drawn-out sub-wall. So I'm going to go into here. I'm going to pull one of these MIDIs out, and we're going to customize it a little bit. These MIDIs are incredibly useful for writing those really good tech house grooves. It just gives you kind of a placeholder to start with. You guys can just, you could use like the full MIDI from these if you wanted to. Kind of nice to just have that little creative guidance and then come up with an idea based off of something. But just to once again use this pack, I want to use one of these here. I found this one, it was MIDI loop 8. I really, really like this groove. It's dark, it's eerie. It kind of has that dark, evil vibe that I like to it. So let's throw it on here. Throw a kickstart on top of it. Yeah, that's really, really dope. But I want to have it slide a little bit more on those melody changes. Go here and I'm going to overlap some of these notes, and what it's going to do is instead of it being a hard note change, it's going to pitch it up kind of gradually, so it kind of has that slide to it. There's a fucking word for it, but I don't remember right now. Okay, turn that way up. Bring that way down. I like that. So like these, I want all these to be slides. I don't want them to be like hard note changes. I want this to slide. You see how it just kind of slides better? It sounds more natural. It sounds more flowy. So that's what I'm going to do here. So I was going to copy and paste that. So you can notice that we still have some attack on some of those notes, and that's going to really shine through on the bass line and give it some life, give it some tonality, you know what I mean? But the rest of them, I just wanted to slide through that gritty sound. So let's go ahead and throw that sub bass in here. But before I do that, I just want to frequency cut everything out of my lows, because that's where I want my sub to sit. But I still want some of those low mids, you know what I mean? I don't want all high end, because that's where most of the sound sit, is in those low mids. But we're gonna frequency split between the sub bass and the lead here. Go ahead and throw another Sceam in here, and let's go ahead and find one of the sub. Let's go find something that has a little bit more sub bass to it. I think. Okay, I like this. I think this will work. So let's go ahead and copy and paste this here. I want to solo this here. So I just want to take some of that attack out of that bass, since we're kind of working with something with less attack. I just don't want that sub attack there. I just want that sub bass behind my lead. You know what I mean? So let's go ahead and bring out any high end on here. It's down. And then I'm going to throw a kickstart in here as well. Okay, now let's throw that over the lead. It should sound a little bit more natural now. I want some of this cutoff to go away. Okay, that's sounding solid. I like the way that's sounding. Let's throw it over the kick here. But if it sounds like shit over a kick, it just doesn't work. You know what I'm saying? So let's throw that over it and let's see if it's grooving. This is good. I like the way this is going. I like the way this is going. Okay, so you can feel that like we have a groove here, right? I mean, that's the biggest thing for tech house for me, is you just want to nail that bass line groove. So I'm liking this. It's a bit boring though. So I want to start adding my leads here now. This is where I kind of want to start getting into the nitty gritty and adding my leads on top and some of my FX. So let's go ahead and do that. For the first bar, I want a lead going. Let's move this out here. I want to throw a little perky pre-drop in here. Okay, so I want to head over to my effects here and I want to grab a snare fill. Let's use that one. I like that one. I like that, but we need a little impact on that first kick. This is kind of cool. That's cool, but I do want some white noise in there. I do. There, I think that adds more room and kind of adds to that dark vibe as well. So let's go ahead and add our lead. Okay, let's listen to some of these leads. This is sick. I think this is going to fit the vibe very, very nicely. Okay, so let's open this piano roll. Okay, I like that. But I want to do some of that pitch bending that I was talking about earlier. Let's go ahead and put this one here. Turn this on a little bit longer though. Okay, I'm liking that, but we need more of that porta. That's it, baby. That's it right there. So what I'm doing here is I had that lead sound, that lead synth that you're hearing in all of the modern tech house, you know what I mean? And I'm just bringing it to life with those pitch shifts, you know what I mean? I want that to move with these bass lines. I want these bass lines to be wavy. I want these leads to be wavy. I want it to all groove and flow together. And that's what I'm doing. I'm just bringing life. I could have just two static notes and it would probably sound fine, but when I add these pitch bends and these variations through octaves, it just brings more life into it. It brings more character into it, and it just kind of flows better. But what I want to do now that I have that written out is I want to go ahead and go over here and I want to throw some reverb on it. So let's go ahead and throw a bit of verb. I want some of that low. I want to just cut those lows. I want more decay. I want more room. Sounding good. think that pitch time should be a little bit quicker still. It's sounding good. It's sounding good. You know what it needs? You know what it's missing? It's missing some fucking side shading. That side chain is so important to these sounds. You want them to pump and move with that kick. That's what you're basing these tech house grooves around. You know what I mean? You're basing them around that groovy bass line, and you're basing that bass line around that kick. You want that kick pumping through and creating that head bobbing, moving, grooving energy, right? That's a vocal right there. Somebody sample that. Somebody sample that, put it in a tech house tune. That's a tech house vocal right there. So now with that side chain on that lead, you can hear it moving and breathing with that kick and just bringing that groove a little bit more. So let's listen to it again. Let's go ahead and go back to the FX and see if we can find some nice ear candy. Yep. That's the one, baby. That's the one. Knew it off the bat. Bring this really quiet. I just want it here after this, probably after this lead here. Yeah, I like that. I like that. But it should be very faint in the background. And let's go ahead and drown it out with some reverb. So now let's go ahead and duplicate just this bit here. Actually, no, just this bit here. And let's go ahead and start building out this full bass line. You know what we need? We need some freaking lasers. And I know where some are. Let's find a little laser, a little pluck. That's sounding lasery. But what I want to do is I just want to take 2 of these lasers. And that's the way I build out these grooves, you know what I mean? It's nothing scientific. I'm just literally listening to the groove, and I'm just going, where would this sound cool? You know what I mean? I'm doing nothing more complex than that. And that's why I'm really, really enjoying producing this genre right now, is because it feels like the production is more of a flow. Let's listen to how this sounds. Okay, that is not the fucking sound. I'm going to take one of these higher ones. You can hear. That's the one, baby. That's the one. And I want to pitch it up. Let's pitch it up a whole octave. There we go. There we go. Now we're talking. I just want that high laser beam sound to punch through on the mix and just kind of give you a little bit of energy when that's coming out. So now when I'm structuring these here and I'm looking at every part of these 4 bars, right? And I'm going, what is going to be my element here? And this is obviously, you can go a more minimal route with tech house and just have that bass line pumping and grooving, and that's fine. But with this sound, I want to add a lot of variations, a lot of leads, a lot of ear candy, and that's what you're hearing from a lot of artists. You're hearing a lot of these cool elements thrown in, right? So I'm looking, and I see for my first 2 bars, I have this big lead, right? I don't need much space there. I mean, that's that forefront lead, that synth that you like to hear in these tech house sounds. And then for my next 2 bars, I have this white noise. You know what I mean? It's nothing really punching you in your face, but I have variation between each one of these. And then after this white noise, I have these 2 lasers. And it's like, yeah, it's still part of the same bar here, but that reverb is going to carry us through the next bar. And that reverb carrying us through the next bar is going to let that minimal bass line just really, really show. And then I'm going to want to put something else here. And this is just my strategy. You know what I mean? You guys should flow with your production however you see fit. Let's go ahead and listen and try to come up with any ideas for this next bit of the this next first bar on the next 4-bar loop. So I'm thinking I kind of want like almost like a bass house or a bass line wobble. Let's just go into Sceam, make a new layer, call it second loop lead, throw a new Sceam in here. Let's just listen to some of the presets in here and see if I can get any ideas, any inspiration from these leads. I like that, but it needs to be thicker. I like this. Okay, let's see how that would fit here. Now what I like to do is I just like to let one note hit and see if I think it would be cool there. Yep, and I think it'll be cool there. But now what do I want to do with it? What kind of melody am I thinking? Let's listen to it again. It'd be cool to have something like boom, 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 something like that. So let's write it. Let's write it. Let's bring it down to D sharp. And then bring it back home. Yeah, like that. But it needs to be quicker. Yep. Yep, that's what I want. That is what I want. And then I think it's a little bit too high pitched. So let's bring it down an octave. I like that. It's still sounding a little bit weird though. So let's bring this back here. That's it. That's it right there. And let's throw a kickstart on it. Reverb. And then let's go ahead and EQ it here. Cut those lows. Let's listen to the full thing again. I like that. I like that. We need to make it flow a little bit more though. Let's throw a delay on it. Bring that cutoff down on the delay right off the bat. Bring some of the wetness down. What about here? That's nice. That's nice. Now we're talking. Bring the levels down. Bring the cutoff back up a bit. I'm liking that. I'm liking that. So now let's listen to it in context with the full drop. This is something that I do a lot when I'm making this genre, is I just listen to the whole drop again, because that flow is so important to me, right? And I don't want to build something in just this area, because if it doesn't flow with the rest of the elements, it's not going to work. Okay, so I'm liking that, but I feel like the placement on this is a little bit weird, so let's try it here. I like that, but now we need something hitting here. I like this, but I don't like the main lead. I just kind of want to use the delay on it after it. Let's listen to see how this sounds. Yeah, that's cool. It just adds a little bit of extra something in there, and I like it. I like it. Fills up that empty space, and I think these fit more nicely here over this white noise. So now I want to go ahead and add some effects here, because after these first 4 bars, I want a little bit kind of separating us into the next 4 bars here. So I'm gonna go ahead and find some effects to throw in there. I like that, but I do want it to be a little bit more drowned out. So let's add some reverb to it. That's enough, but let's just add some regular risers in here. And then this is too much, so I'm just gonna trim it. That one I think fits a bit better. Actually, I'm gonna do the same thing, just make it unique, reverse it. Bring them down. There, now that intros this sound a little bit more. It, kind of sets the tone that we're going into a new loop of, 4 bars, and, it brings in some suspense for that new sound coming in. Okay, that's sounding good. That's sounding good, but I think we need some more elements coming in after this sound here. And I also think we need some progression with these drums. So let's go ahead and put in some shakers here. So let's go to shaker loops. This is good. Let's throw that in there. Super solid. Let's add another one in there though. I like this one. I don't want to be too aggressive with these shakers. I want them to be just kind of minimal background elements because of how minimal this track is. I like that. Let's extend it for the next 4. Okay, so I want to fill some of this space over here. So let's go back to the lead one shots. I want to find kind of like a plucky hit. Something like this. Well, let's keep it repeating here. I like that, but I definitely want to add some reverb to it, or some delay, I mean. It's going to be weird to find the right setting, but we just got to play around a little bit until we find it. like that. It kind of dances with the groove, right? I like that. It just adds a little bit of extra groove and adds a little bit of extra flow and variation to the end of this. But I think I want to bring the volume down a little bit more. And of course, you know what we're going to do? We're going to add a little bit of reverb. You know what I mean? A little bit of reverb. Cut those lows. I want a little bit more decay. Let this down. That's fire. I'm liking it. I'm liking it. But I think there's a little bit of empty space here after this. So let's go ahead and let's look through the risers. Let's see if there's any cool risers we can put in here, like FX. You know, that's not really what I expected there, but it fits really, really well. So let's go ahead and keep it in. Let's go ahead and bring in another riser. I still want to try to find that sound. This is actually really cool. Let's go ahead and take this bit here and let's throw it here. Or actually, no, I want it in this empty space here. I kind of like this. Let's try this one. That's cool. I like that. But we need to do a little bit of volume automation to make it kind of flow in and out better. Let's make it fit in the mix a little bit more reverb because that kind of seems to be the theme here. What that does, especially the reverb, since I'm using so many samples here, what the reverb does is it just brings it a little bit more life. You know what I mean? Because I have a hard cut on this sample here. Whenever I'm resampling and doing this, I just like to add a little bit of reverb because it helps with this hard cut. You know what I mean? It's such a hard cut with a sample that adding air and adding a little bit of my own automation makes it flow into the track a little bit better, you know? See, now it doesn't feel so stiff as it did without that reverb. So let's go ahead and listen to the whole thing again. I like that. And typically, I'm just kind of doing this short for the video. I would probably repeat this. After this, I'm just going to do this 8-bar loop to show you guys how I would start my bass lines. But what I would do is I'd repeat this and I would do something else here for the next bar. I'd keep everything else the same, but I would just do something different with this lead. Probably change the melody or something like that. But I mean, even if you wanted to, I mean, let's just do a literal hard copy and paste here of this first 8 bars. And this is still going to sound pretty freaking good. You know what I mean? So let's go ahead and listen to it just flowing into this next bit. Like even that is good, and then I obviously want to copy and paste my shakers so that we have an exact loop of that. So okay, so I was editing the video and I realized I completely forgot to add vocals, which is like an incredibly important part of this modern tech house sound that we've been talking about. So I'm gonna go ahead and do those now. I just wanted to show you guys what this sounds like with vocals as well, because it was, I think, a huge part to this track once I added them. So let's go ahead and look through these tech house vocals.
Dance, move, groove, dance, clubs hot, kicks pop.
Yeah, I think this one really fits that dark. I think this one really fits that dark atmosphere that we're looking to set, right? Let's go ahead and drag that in, and let's see where we can place it on the bass line here. Let's listen to it with the vocals.
Clubs hot, kicks pop, clap.
I think we should have it come in after that lead. I don't want any vocals playing over this lead, so I think it should come in after.
Clubs hot, kicks pop, claps hit.
Okay, and then what I want to do is I want to take the second vocal and have it bring it in at the same place the first vocal came in, so that they're kind of similarly arranged. So now let's bring the volume down a little bit just to make it sit better in the mix, and let's take a listen.
Clubs hot, kicks pop. Claps hit. You see this. Clubs hot, kicks pop.
Boom. And that right there showed you how much these vocals really add to that bass line, and how nice it is to just have these really good vocals to just pull from and throw over your drop. So yeah, just want to throw that in. All right, guys, that's it for today's video. I had a bunch of fun laying this one out and a bunch of fun using the sample pack to show you guys the possibilities of it and producing this new style. So I hope this helps you guys out in your production process in this genre. If you guys have any questions about what we covered today, definitely leave them in the comments below. I'm more than happy to divulge more information on anything that I discussed today. If you have any requests or suggestions for future videos, leave them below as well. More than happy to dive into anything you guys want me to dive into. So hope you guys enjoyed. See you next time. Peace.
Club's hot.